Hi guys, everyone. Hope you're all well. This week, I'll be talking to you about why should you dominate your niche. Now, there's a workbook or a mini guide that goes with this specific mini training series that I've got. If you haven't got a copy of that yet, I'll highly recommend you grab it. Type in the word mini guide, and I'll make sure you have that with you. Okay. So before we get started, let's understand the difference between picking up a niche versus dominating a niche. So picking up a niche is an idea or an understanding that instead of going broad and trying to help anyone and everyone out there in the market, you should try to narrow that search down to a specific group of people who you can help them solve a specific problem. The way we go about that is we look for people who we actually like to work, what kind of problem we actually love to solve for them, people who actually love working with us, people who are out there, and there's majority of them out there, as well as people who can afford to use our services. The combination of or the answers to these questions allows us to narrow down a specific niche of target audiences we should be working with. Now, that being said, dominating a niche is slightly is an extension of picking up a niche. Now, picking up a niche is promoted along, but the consequences of picking up a niche and not dominating is that we fail to create a differentiator. Whereas when it comes to dominating a niche, we actually leave our competition behind and we get known for that one thing and one thing alone. You are the business owner, or you are the product or the service when it comes to solving one specific problem or helping people get that one specific thing they desire. So you are above and beyond your competition. Well, frankly, there is no competition when you're dominating your niche. And that's the subtle difference between picking up a niche and dominating a niche. In the mini guide, I've also given you some ideas about why or how you should go about dominating your niche. But in this video, I'll focus more around the place of why should you dominate that niche? What difference does it make? Now, before you start to understand why you should do that, when you don't do that or when you fail to dominate your niche, what tends to happen, you're not seen as expert. And if you're not seen as expert, people are less than likely to come and treat you like someone they want to work with or someone who's standing out in the crowd for them. Okay, your credibility will be low, even though you've got a lot of people loving you, but others don't even know you because you're not visible enough. So your credibility will stay low. And finally, the business declines and you start to go and look for a job because you can't create full-time opportunities when it comes to running your business in a full-time capacity. Okay, what we want instead is completely the opposite of that, right? What we want instead is we want to be a leader in our niche. We want to be known for what we believe in and what we can help people serve. We want to be liked. We want to be trusted in that specific niche. We want to be able to attract more prospects that actually trust us. They become loyal to us because they see us as the go-to person for that one specific problem. And finally, as a consequence of that, your business rises because you will have more conversations with the right kind of people, and you will get to do more of what you absolutely love, which means you have an opportunity to create a full-time business there rather than looking for a job. Now, a quick shout out to a good friend and a client of mine, Tracy. Tracy had exactly similar challenges when she was actually really struggling to stand out from the crowd. Where she started as a therapist, then she went into teenagers, and working at a therapy level with them, then into couples therapy, all kind of things, and eventually she rose up to become the relationship coach. She's very well known in the area, in the local area where she is, and she's not only a thought leader, she's much beyond a thought leader. She's seen as someone you go to when it comes to bringing couples together or building key relationships, whether it's within families, within parents and their children, as well as amongst couples. And one of the things that we did with Tracy was to help her understand the key decisions that she needs to help her clients go through in order for them to create a transformation with her. Okay, that is nothing but convincing them to work with her, right? Which is nothing but the sales process. So here's I'm gonna discuss with you the 5 buying decisions that people go through. It's nothing complicated. It's pretty straightforward, but a lot of people don't see the information presented in a way that is easily consumable. And that's what we need to look at here. It's just a slightly inverted triangle. Think of that as a funnel itself, but just an inverted way. And at the end of the funnel is the sales itself. What we have here is we have prospects that go through 5 buying decisions before they actually convert into a sales. So when your prospects are coming to you, they are already coming to you because they're in the market, they're looking for help or a desire they want to fulfill, and they're looking for the expert to go to. The first thing they will come across is you. Now, first thing when they start to look at you is they will start to ask you, do I like this person? Do I trust this person? Can I respect this person? Do I believe this person? The challenge is if the answer to any of these things is no, then the sale will not go ahead, right? So the flip of that will be, if I can't like this person, I can't trust him. If I can't trust this person, I can't respect what he says or she says. If I can't respect what he or she says, I can't believe that person. And if I don't believe you, I will not buy from you. So the first aspect of your prospect's journey into buying decision is you. Let's say they actually like you and they move past that actually I can believe this person, I can go to the next stage with this person. At this stage, your brand will come into picture. Now your brand is all around them. You're surrounded by it, your company, your brand, what you stand for, or maybe you're working for someone else, what that brand stands for. And they're going to go through the same thing again. Do I like this brand? Do I trust this brand? Do I respect what this company or brand actually represents for me? If the answer to any of these questions is no, they will not likely to go ahead to go to the next question, because they will look for something more reputable, or even that something that looks more reputable to work with. They're likely to go with that. The third buying decision, if they go past this branding phase, is your actual product. Now, will this product or service solve the problem that I have? This is that one question they will be playing up in their heads all the time. Can I trust this product will fix the problem that I'm facing? Why? Because I'm special. I want to feel the product is as special as me to solve my problem. This is the kind of thing they go through in their head. Now, if they don't trust that, they're likely to say, well, that's not for me. The product might work for others, but it may not work for me. So once they actually like your product, they will go to the fourth step of the buying decisions, which is the value. Now, value can be broken into 2 sections. One is that, is there value for money in this? Now, if I can't afford, I won't go ahead. So at this stage, they're not your customers anyways. But if you fail to demonstrate the value in the product that you are offering to these people, value for money that they have, they're likely to trust that, yes, I can spend that money with this person because there's a lot of value for money that this product is offering. So it's a great product to go for when it comes to me spending my money and what am I getting out of it. Remember, at this stage, they're actually thinking about where else can I spend this money, right? What will I sacrifice from my life? What's any other priority in my life where I can go and spend this money, right? That's the kind of things they're thinking through. So you're helping them go past the point of value for money so that they get to a stage of, okay, now that this is great value for money, so when shall I start this? How soon can I start this process? Now, there's a concept that if you give someone 10 days, they will take 10 days to complete a task. If you give someone 30 days, they will take 30 days to complete the task. So our job in the part of the sales process is to smaller the gap in terms of how soon do you want to start this process? How important it is for you to have that sense of urgency to address the challenges you have with the value on the product that you have right now in front of you, or else you will lose what value exists in this specific offer. So when we think about the sales process, these are the 5 different steps your prospects are going through in their mind before they actually make a buying decision with you or to complete the sales. And that in itself gives rise to different types of objections. You see, the price objection comes at a place of value. This is where they start to compare your price with other people's price in terms of what value you offer. Product objection is something that, is this product for me? Or is it for someone else out there? Or it might suit someone else with some other personality than my personality or the busyness in my life. They will come up with reasons for why that product doesn't suit them. Or there could be another type of objection that's called the indifference objection. Now, the indifference is more about you and your brand, that something doesn't feel right. And you will hear things like, I need to go away and I need to talk to my partner, or I need to think about it, or I've got something else coming up now and I will come back to it. Whatever the reason there is for that indifference, the whole idea is that they don't want to talk to you so that you can convince them. They want to move away from it to make a decision to buy your product or service. So let's say if when it comes to the crunch, most of the people won't even look at your price if you have failed to demonstrate or overcome the indifference objection. So my question in the sales process is, right, it's not about when they are likely to do it. It's not about the value. It's a little bit about the product, but majority of that sits between you and your brand. What work have you done? How well did you take your clients through getting to like you, know you, trust you, and believe you, you and your brand, that they should go ahead and complete the sales? That's the question that we should all be asking. Based on that, I'll share a simple principle here. Buyers don't always buy on price. They buy through a sequence of 5 decisions that I've just shared with you, only one of which is price. Your job in sales is to consciously listen to what they're asking in order to walk them through these decisions in the best way possible. Guys, with this concept, I will leave you today to think about how well are you performing when it comes to you and your brand, so that you can overcome the indifference objection. Because fixing a product and getting the price or the value for money right, and how soon you want to start, is a piece of cake when you fix you and your brand. With that, guys, I will once again invite you to get hold of the mini guide that goes with this mini training, Dominate Your Target Market, why you should do it and how you should go about doing it, so you can build a reliable brand that is loved and liked and trusted by majority of your target audiences. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening to me. Bye.